Hey everybody, welcome to the Trucker TV show. My name is Frank, and on today's show, I'm going to give a shout out to somebody who gave a shout out to me. Unbeknownst to me, there was somebody out here that came out through my channel and ended up working with me and my company. And I've got some more big news about that for you. But the cool thing about this was I knew this person from like way back when my channel started in 2016. And I'm going to tell you more about that person and big news about me and what's going on with my life. Big changes. Want to tell you all about it. But first, let me show you this. This is a clip from somebody who just decided to, on their own, put out on YouTube some information about me. I had no idea, one, who they were. I did, but I didn't. I'll explain later. And two, that they were doing this. It was brought to my attention. So here's a little bit. Check this out.
We did that. And I actually, if I was able to drive again, I would probably do that again. I don't need to go out and run my face off like I first did when I came in to the business. You can run your face off, but you can also run a reasonable lifestyle. The only thing I didn't like was Hurricane didn't enjoy it, was at the truck stop, you're kind of like with Chewy, you're kind of sitting in the up front waiting on me to get out of the bunk at night, whatever. But you're in an RV style vehicle.
Now that is Red from Love Travel Adventure. Great channel. Almost 100,000 subscribers. And I had no idea. One, I didn't know Red was going to do that for me. And two, I didn't know when he was working with us that he was who he was. And what I mean by that is that Red has been around the trucking industry and social media for a very long time. So that being said, he came out and did a great job, worked with us twice in a short period of time. There were some, things going on in his life. But he went on to talk about his experience with me at my company. And there were some things that he said, and I'm going to play a little bit more for you. And then we'll get into what's going on now and what he had to say and talk about that.
Because the craziest transition Hurricane and I ever did was driving straight truck, like those RV type straight trucks that still require a CDL Class A.
Well, one thing, Red, want to tell you, you don't need a CDL Class A to do what we do. We are exclusive use expediting, FedEx Custom Critical, and we're a niche. We're a lot of fun. If you've watched some of the other videos, you know what we're talking about. And really, you only need a Class B, and you don't need any experience. But Red goes on to talk about himself and Hurricane and their channel, Love Travel Adventure, and their experience over here. And we're going to play a little bit more of it. Then I'll tell you the rest of the story.
And I want to show you this. I don't know if he's hiring. It was FedEx Custom Critical then. And he shows you right here. This is Frank Rebelo. He shows you the inside of these trucks, which was really, really cool. I don't know what you guys are used to. I had never really been in an RV situation before. This is the inside of their trucks. That's a big bed, plenty of room to chase Hurricane all over America in that bed. And then Chewy would sometimes snuggle up too. But you had all your kitchen area, you had your stove down here, you had your microwave up here, plenty of storage. And it's like it's like a straight truck that hauls stuff. We had a reefer unit. And FedEx, because it was FedEx we were pulling for, FedEx was very, how do I say it? And this is Frank's channel on YouTube. This is his channel, Trucker TV Show. And again, he just moved companies, I believe. He was doing very well here. He also used to work for Highfield I say work for. He actually did all their. He did a lot of stuff with both companies, and he was kind of the assistant owner at the last place with FedEx. I don't know if he's with FedEx now because I haven't talked to him in 4 months, but his partner just said that Frank's moved on to another company. So if you guys talk to him, his contact information is up on the screen, and you can click on the more button and you'll see all his email and all that stuff. Okay. We had a really good time doing that. Hurricane and I had a really good time running FedEx Custom Critical, and we had a good time in that truck. There's an example of the truck right there behind his print. You see that? And you talk about something simple to get in and out and get around cities, get around anything. This was it. This was very much it. So Frank, even though he might not be with them still, Frank was a really, really, really solid guy. And so was I don't know if she's his wife yet, but his girlfriend. Superb people. So he's a little bit eccentric, but he's superb. And he was very good to work with, very much so. And I had a blast pulling that little RV style, because you could park these RV style trucks up front at the truck stops. You could park them up front, almost anywhere up front. Sometimes they come out and knock on your door, tell you had to move, but that was in more busier areas sometimes. But most times you can park up front, get out of all the truck parking, and really have a quiet area and environment. Okay. So I would look at those kind of companies. Now you're like, well, Red, you said he's not driving for that company anymore.
Well, first of all, I want to address one thing right out of the gate. Red and Hurricane did drive FedEx Custom Critical exclusive use, and Red calling me solid, great compliment, great accolade. You put yourself out on social media, there are automatically going to be a lot of haters. It happens. It's just part of the gig. But for somebody like Red, who's been around a long time, had a lot of experience seeing the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, extremes that you wouldn't believe. And for him to go out there and say that I'm a solid guy, I think of myself as a good guy. I think of myself as a solid guy, somebody who wants to see others do well. And I have the heart of a teacher, so I have no problem doing that. And I can come out here and tell you that on YouTube all the time. I can go on Instagram, I can go on TikTok, I tell you all of these things. But for somebody else to say it about me, unsolicited, is a completely different thing. It's just crazy to believe that somebody would go out of their way to do that for me and say those things about me unsolicited. As he said, I am no longer with the company that I was. Okay, so let's clarify. FedEx Custom Critical? Yes, I'm with FedEx Custom Critical. Am I with the company, the fleet that owned the truck, which was me? I was a partner with High Roller. No, I am no longer with High Roller. I'm not affiliated with High Roller. Completely gone. I'm not going to go into it. It's just over. Right now, I'm consulting and I'm still dealing with FedEx Custom Critical. I have been involved and around FedEx Custom Critical exclusive use for 11 years. And people say, well, how do you do that? There's going to be people that come in here and succeed, and there's going to be people that come here and fail. What I took from this was that somebody who knows about the industry, that I consider very solid and practical people, Red and Hurricane. Let me tell you about these people. They're people that have had success in their lives, have done a lot of things, and I consider them practical people. They see the world for what it is. They don't expect expediting to be perfect. They don't expect FedEx to be perfect. They don't expect trucking to be perfect. They don't expect the world to be perfect. And they understand that there's going to be challenges in everything that you do. And if you come out with that kind of attitude and you want to do this type of industry and you click the link like I told you to do, then you can be very successful. Here's the email. You can shoot me an email if you want to get in touch with me, or you can just click that link on my YouTube page, right down below, click the channel name. It takes you to that page, and you can go skip everything, or you can email me. We are looking for drivers, so great. If you're interested, if you're a team, and it's better if you're a same household team, if you're a couple, if you're sharing the load, sharing the income, sharing the experience, it's better for you. Can you do this as two people who are not pooling the money? Yeah, of course you can do that. But it's not the same experience that a lot of couples experience out here. The most long-term success that I've seen in 11 years has been from same household couples. Like I said, I want to give Red, Love Travel Adventure, Hurricane, and Chewy all my love. Big shout out. Eccentric, I did reach out to Red and I talked to him about it, and he said most of his friends are eccentric. And it was interesting to me what he felt was eccentric. And eccentric was that I was a kind individual, and that I was a stand-up person, and that I didn't mince words, and that I told it like it was. And that's really rare in our community, in our world today. Everybody has an agenda. My agenda with this is to give you information about FedEx Custom Critical, expediting as a possible career path for you. If it works out, wonderful. If it doesn't work out, that sucks. That's life. You know, that's going to happen. If you want to reach out to me, I'm going to give it to you one more time. My email, frank@truckertvshow.com. I want to thank Red and Hurricane. Like I said, I didn't know that they were going to do this. I didn't even know they were in my fleet. And I knew, I started my channel back in 2016, and I actually followed Red and watched him, and he just kind of went away for a long time. And he's been around like since Trucker Josh and guys like that have been around a long time. So for him to go out of his way to say something like that was awesome. And just in a time when, you got a lot of people, you're wondering if you should be zigging or zagging, not knowing what the world is throwing at you, not knowing who your friends are, having people out there being duplicitous, having people out there acting like they're your friends when they're not. And that happens, man. You can do everything in the world for people and they won't care. Don't take it personally. It's just the way some people are, because everybody has their side of the story, and I have my side of my story, and they have their side of their story, and you have your side of your story. But just be true to yourself and you'll be fine. I hope this helps. It's kind of a weird, inspirational, cryptic message for you. But at the end of the day, I just want people to succeed. And if you can succeed in trucking and have a better life, then I'm all about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time, and I'll give you some more news on what's going on in my life. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you found some information that you could use. If you're interested in more videos like this, check out this video right here. And if you're interested in expediting or trucking, or you have any questions, make sure you check out the link below.